Don't scroll. If you're watching this, stay with me. Something is wrong. I started this live 10 minutes ago, and I swear, I wasn't alone then. I thought it was just a glitch, maybe a lag in the stream, but the chat started reacting before I even noticed it. They kept typing the same thing. "Who's behind you?" I laughed it off. There's no one here. I locked my apartment door myself. I even checked twice. But then, I heard it. A faint sound, like something dragging across the floor in the other room. I muted the mic for a second and went to check. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But when I came back, the viewer count had doubled. And the chat, it wasn't normal anymore. It was like they weren't talking to me. They were warning me. So I turned around slowly, just to prove them wrong. And for a split second, I saw it. Something moved in the reflection of my screen. Too fast to understand, but too real to ignore. I told myself it was just my mind playing tricks. But now the sound is back. Louder this time. Closer. Like it's right outside this door. I don't know if I should end the stream or keep recording. If something actually happens, at least there will be proof. Okay. I'm going to open the door. If I don't come back, you'll know this wasn't fake. Naira adjusted her headset, forcing a smile as her heart pounded unevenly in her chest. The chat kept scrolling faster than she could read, filled with a mix of panic, excitement, and disbelief. Her room looked exactly the same as always, soft LED lights glowing purple against the walls, her camera angled perfectly, everything normal, too normal. She tried to laugh again, but it came out strained. "Guys, relax. It's probably just my neighbor or something." Even as she said it, she didn't believe it. The dragging sound came again, unmistakable now, slow and deliberate. Her fingers tightened around the edge of her desk. She glanced at the door behind her, half expecting it to shake or burst open. It didn't. Instead, her monitor flickered, just once. But long enough for her to notice something new in the reflection. A shape, tall, still, watching. Naira froze. She didn't turn around this time. She couldn't. The chat exploded. "It's still there! Don't move! Run!" Her breathing became shallow. "This isn't funny anymore," she whispered, more to herself than to anyone watching. Her cursor moved on its own for a second, just a tiny twitch, but she hadn't touched the mouse. A cold realization settled over her. Whatever was here wasn't just in the apartment. It was inside the stream. Miles away, Jackson stared at his screen, his phone pressed tightly to his ear as it rang unanswered. "Come on, Naira, pick up," he muttered, pacing his room. He had been watching since the beginning, at first amused, then confused, and now completely terrified. Something about the stream didn't feel staged. The delay was wrong. The movements, off, and the chat. Thousands of people witnessing the same thing at the same time. This couldn't be fake. He opened the stream chat again and typed frantically, "Naira, listen to me. End the stream, now." But his message vanished among the flood. Then he noticed a username that kept appearing over and over again. Hollow_47. The messages were different from the others. Calm, precise. "It sees you because you let it in." Jackson's stomach dropped. He clicked on the profile. No followers. No picture. Just one line in the bio. She opened the door. His eyes widened. Naira had mentioned opening the door just seconds ago, but the bio, it had been there before. Jackson felt a chill crawl up his spine. He refreshed the stream. Naira was back on camera, but something was wrong. She wasn't blinking. Her head tilted slightly, unnatural, like a puppet held by invisible strings. Then she spoke, her voice soft, but not her own. "Why are you telling her to leave?" Jackson dropped his phone. Naira's vision blurred as she stared at the screen, but she could still see the chat moving. Still feel them watching. Her body didn't feel like hers anymore. It was heavy, distant, like she was trapped somewhere behind her own eyes. She tried to move her hand, to reach for the keyboard, but it responded slowly, too slowly. And then she heard it. Not from the hallway, not from the room, from inside her head. A whisper, low and patient. "You showed me the way." Her lips parted, but she didn't mean to speak. "I didn't," she tried to say, but the words twisted as they came out. The reflection in her monitor changed again. This time, she saw it clearly. A face behind her shoulder, pale, smiling too wide. Her heart screamed to run, but her body stayed still. The chat turned chaotic, some begging her to escape, others convinced it was an act, and then the username appeared again, hollow_47. It doesn't need the door anymore. Naira felt something cold brush against her neck. Her head tilted back slightly, as if guided by unseen hands. Tears slid down her cheeks. "Please," she whispered. The lights flickered violently, plunging the room into darkness for a split second. When they came back on, Naira was gone. The chair still spun slowly. The stream continued. The chat exploded, but the camera remained fixed on an empty room. Seconds passed, then minutes, and just as viewers began to leave, the screen glitched. A figure leaned into frame, too close, too sudden. Not Naira. It smiled into the camera, eyes dark and endless, and in a voice that echoed through every device watching, it whispered, "Who's next?"